Hey, it's Steve, and here's a quick update on Hurricane Florence as well as the rest of the activity in the Atlantic Basin as of midday on Monday, September 10th, 2018. So starting off here is a wide shot. I'm actually looking at the entire hemisphere. You can see the trio of storms that we currently have active in the Atlantic Basin. Of course, the main focus is Florence here in the middle, followed by Isaac and Helene. So zooming in here on Hurricane Florence. Florence is now a Category 4 hurricane. Winds are currently sustained at 130 miles per hour, although the storm has been intensifying since the last Hurricane Center update, and so the winds are likely already stronger than that, and so we'll likely see it strengthen into a stronger Category 4 storm, and it could eventually reach Category 5 strength as it does continue to head northwestward towards the east coast. Now, if we actually zoom in here a little bit closer, looking at the center of circulation, you can see the very well-defined eye structure of Hurricane Florence. It has that nice stadium effect. The bumpy convection around the eye wall indicates there's some strong vertical motion in the eye wall. A lot of that air is obviously flowing away from the center of the storm, but some of it is sinking down through the eye itself and helping to clear things out very nicely. So you can see some of the structure very nicely in the interior of the eye. That also indicates a very well-defined hurricane and one that is certainly still in a strengthening phase. So we do expect it to strengthen further in the coming days as it heads northwestward towards the U.S. East Coast. In terms of the eventual track, we're still looking at a track towards likely somewhere in the Carolinas. Exactly where remains to be seen, but current expectations are somewhere near or possibly just a little bit north of the border of South Carolina and North Carolina, with the storm possibly stalling out when it moves inland, producing some extremely heavy rainfall and possible flooding on a large scale across those areas, depending on exactly where the storm eventually stalls out and where it meanders to. Now looking at quickly here at some of the forecast. Here's the forecast from the Hurricane Center, again taking it inland later this week near Wilmington, North Carolina. In terms of when wind speeds may be impacting the coast, based on current expectations, Thursday morning would likely see the arrival of tropical storm force winds. The storm, again, will be slowing down as it nears the coast, and so the exact timing is a little bit uncertain, but sometime during the day Thursday is the most likely time frame at this time. Looking at rainfall potential, here is a rainfall graphic from the Weather Service, and you can see this area here in North Carolina and Virginia is forecast to receive potentially 10 inches or more of rainfall, and most likely there will be areas in the Carolinas or up towards Virginia that see far more than that, probably double that, depending on exactly where the storm tracks and stalls out. If it does move very slowly as currently expected, we could see some areas easily exceed 2 feet of rainfall, and so we'll be watching that very carefully here during the coming days as Florence nears the coast. There's still some potential it could stall out, just off the coast before it moves inland as well, or it could, make it a little bit farther west before it stalls out. So exactly where the heaviest rainfall falls is still highly uncertain at this time, but there's a higher risk for very heavy rainfall as we head towards the end of this week and into the upcoming weekend. Now, if you're looking for detailed forecast information, certainly you can look at the Hurricane Center, but the company I work for, WDT, has a great staff of meteorologists that are on hand 24/7, producing forecasts of all the tropical systems in the Atlantic Basin as well as in the Western Pacific and other global areas. And so if you do want to check out a trial of the hurricane products that are currently being offered by the Weather Ops forecast team, you can go to weatherops.com here and take a look at some of the offerings that are available, and you can sign up and get some updates as Florence nears the U.S. East Coast. So anyway, that's all for now, and thanks for watching. Bye.